whispers in the dark. The last time is always on my mind. I'm sorry, and that's all we got. With loaded guns, nowhere to run. We'll take it. And the color fades, and the pain erased. We'll make
You know what time it is. And here we go. Good evening, and welcome to the big show. I'm your host, Big Chungus, and I'm coming to you live from the IGL mothership. To my right, in studio on the ones and twos, is the talented Mr. Meeseeks. We've got a great show for you tonight, folks. It is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 9th, 2020, and today is a Thursday, which means it's a great day for some KQB action. Tonight we have a Week 1 matchup of Tier 3 teams. We have East Coast Fireflies versus the greatest team ever assembled. And that's a coincidence, boys and girls, because this may just be the greatest KQB stream ever assembled. It's almost like we planned it that way. Being a Tier 3 matchup, that means all contestants tonight are under 1930 MMR. That means there are gold, silvers, and bronzes. It's going to be the wild, wild west out here. We may see many different kinds of strats. They're going to differ a little bit from the meta. Military maps, we may see some econ. On the econ maps, we may see some snail. I have no idea what we're going to be seeing, but I do know it's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Taking a look at things over here, it looks like the contestants are just about ready to go. We are going to cut on over and take a look at what's going on there. Meeseeks, cut the music. Let's get to it. All right, and here we go. Let's check out the action. They're in the lobby. They are ready to go. On the blue side, we got your commissioner and mine, T-Now. He is the captain of the team and he is their queen. On the right side, gold team, that is going to be your East Coast Fireflies. Their team captain there is Graham Graphics. And here we go. They're ready. They're setting up. On the left side, again, we see gold, silvers, unranked. Right side, we got some bronze and silvers. Anything goes. And here we go. Let's see what maps we are going to have here. All right, we're starting in Tally Fields. Tally Fields is an interesting map. Really, anything goes here. All metas are viable. We've got econs on the table. Of course, there's always military. And snail is something that can really come into play here too. I'm interested to see what strategies these teams decide to go with today. All right, blue team starting off with some berry action, and they're pushing snail, so they are splitting their objectives here. Oh, and there's a quick queen kill for the blue side. Looks like gold is going all econ. No mill, no snail. It's a bold strategy. I don't know if it's going to pay off for them. Blue is pushing that snail really hard. Gold's got nothing they can really do about it except to sack. Not a bad play. And another kill for T-Now. Gold really in a world of trouble here. Their econ game is not going to be fast enough. And Blue's just about got that snail taken care of. And Blue is also pulling ahead in econ. They're in clear control of this map. Looks like we can give this first game to blue unless gold really manages to pull off a miracle here. All right, they got some speed snail trying to counter, but they're going to need some mill. They're going to need a ledge guard. I don't know if their queen's going to be able to do enough here. Nope. Blue just needs one more. One more berry or one more kill will do it. Gold now, they got that mace up. They got some ledge, and they're coming back with snail, and that will do it. T now with the kill puts blue up 1-0, starting things off. Gold, interesting to see how they're going to counter things here. We go to Pod, which is typically a military map. Once you start getting to higher levels of gameplay, the meta really is all mill and some snail. Curious to see what these guys do here. Gold really going to have to adjust. Their queen just got outplayed there by T now. Let's see if he's able to stay alive and give his team a chance to win some objectives. Oh, and there's a kill. Gold queen, the worst. Showing maybe he's not the worst. Getting a kill against the gold ranked T now. We got gold picking up some speed and working the econ game. But blue pushing that snail hard once again. Gold with no military, not able to counter. They do get the kill and try to run it back, and gold with a second kill. Blue is down to their last life. Neither team really opting for a lot of military here. Very interesting. Typically speaking, this is a heavily mill-based map. Gold finally here deciding to get some warriors up, and there it is. 1, 2, 3 quick kills for the gold team to even things up 1-1. Blue there, really would have liked to see them try and get a little bit more military pressure. These first two maps, they've really come out, really haven't put a lot of mill pressure on the gold team. Let's see what they do here. Juniper, interesting map. Typically, the meta is most teams will go heavily on the econ side of things, although you will, of course, occasionally see some teams go military and push snail. Here we go. Blue starting things off. Getting a couple berries. I like what gold's doing. Gold had one warrior up. On both sides, really, I'd like to see a little bit more mill. Both teams have been trying really to rely on their econ games or their snail game. Here we go. We got blue with a speed mace. That's very nice to have on this map here if you can pull it off. Gold countering with a mace of their own. Blue is done with all their top econ. They've just got that bottom row. Gold wise to their game. They've got their mace down there, clearing out the workers, trying to do some ledging. But he is, Chris, you're pushing the berries towards the blue side. Not good there. Blue just needs one more. Gold really has no objectives here, no way to win. Their snail is not in position. They don't have any econ game. They haven't been able to put enough pressure on blue. Gold's in a world of trouble here. They got to get some objectives going, or they got to put some serious pressure on T now to try and win the military game. They do have two workers down there, desperately trying to guard out that last berry. Oh, but blue was able to come in, get that one kill. Hive open. Can blue... Here we go. Slayer with the dunk. That's game. Blue goes up 2-1. Gold right there. Not quite sure what their strategy was. They didn't have any real pressure, not enough military pressure to get the military win, not enough berry pressure or snail pressure, really. They kind of got outplayed in all phases of the game. Here we go to Spire. Spire is a map that is typically also very much military based. Here we go. All right, sorry about that, folks. Let's get right back to the action here. Quick little detour. All right, both teams trying to open up and get a little bit of berry pressure going. Again, interesting strategy. At higher levels of gameplay, you'll typically see this as more of a military map with some snail pressure. Gold's got one warrior up, blue also with one warrior. But both teams are really kind of pushing the econ game. Gold's really taking it to them. They only need 5 more berries. Blue's got to get a ledge going. They've got to get their warrior up there, or T-Now himself has to go over there. Queen ledging, very viable. T-Now helping out to the Gold's cause, heading in 1 berry there. He's now decided to ledge. That's the right play. Gold Queen, the worst, also deciding to ledge Blue's Hive. Um, but Blue now countering with the econ game of their own, and there's another kill. Gold down to their last life. Both hives are open. Both teams going in and just dunking berries at this point. Each team now needing 2 berries, and there's a snail victory. Interesting. I didn't have my eye on the snail for too much there. I didn't think Blue's going to be able to get it done that way. But hey, they surprised me, and they take this first set 3 games to 1. Um, Real interesting kind of couple of matches there. Blue pretty dominant for most of the games there. Gold team really showing that they've got some of the skills to be able to hang in there with Blue. The difference being that they seem to be less coordinated. Some of their strategies, match to match or game to game, were not entirely clear to me. I think they've kind of got to get on the same page, and they've got to be pushing at least one objective hard. They've got to come out and decide, okay, we're going to really go econ on this map, or we're really going to try and establish a strong military basis here and try and push some snail. It seemed like there wasn't a real coherent game plan there. So let's see if Blue can turn things around. They're in the lobby now. Hopefully they're talking over some strats. If I'm on the Blue side of things, I'm thinking what you guys did was working there. You were able very much to put a lot of econ pressure on Gold for most of those maps. Gold was leaving you with some open hives. So if I'm Blue, I'm going to try and rely on that econ game and keep that berry pressure going. And we are perhaps having a technical difficulty here. Um, let's take a look. That stream ended. Okay. Perhaps there's something on our end. Meeseeks gets back in the action here. Here we go. Meeseeks, help me out, man. What is going on here? Here we go. All right, some technical difficulties, folks, but we seem to be back in action. Both teams waiting to queue up. I'm being told we got some technical difficulties on my end. Stream is zoomed. Okay, what is going on? We've got some OBS problems. Let's take a look at why this is the case. All right, I'll be right.
Times that he was wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think the fix for it is going to be if you go into Streamlabs and I think you're using a display capture, right? So right click the display capture and there should be transform and just do fit to screen. That should solve it.
Yeah, we were like, oh, there we go.
There it is.
Yeah, we were in the chat. You can't see your chat. I'm guessing you only have one screen.
The whole entire first match, all we could see is one terminal.
It's all good. Yeah, that's why we kept moving you out of the.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to
They're
look
trying
at
get your
Discord.
attention.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
just
Yeah,
make
then
it
the full screen, and you're good to go. Awesome.
All right, GG boys, we got him.
All
Good
right,
luck to you now. You suck.
technical difficulties resolved.
Don't forget to deafen yourself.
All right, we should be good to go here. All right, blue team up 1-0. Let's see if gold can respond here. Let's see what maps we got coming up. All right, we have yet to see Helix. This is our first go at Helix. This is definitely a full-on econ map. Now again, so far we've been getting some really different strategies coming up. I don't know if both teams here are going to decide to go with the meta, but typically at higher levels of gameplay, you will see teams go full on econ. You'll often have one ledger each side. Gold trying to start things off with a little bit of snail pressure. Blue is going econ. They're up to 4 berries to start things off. Blue trying to counter with a little bit of snail themselves. Again, something we've been seeing here a lot is really a lack of military pressure on each side. Blue did get that 1 kill there, start things off. That gives them quite an advantage. They're up on 1 life, and they're also up on berries big time. Again, if I'm gold, I'm trying to figure out what my strat here is. Another queen kill puts them in a really big deficit here. They do have a mace ledge up, and that will do it. Again, gold seems like they're a bit scattered. If they're going to go econ, they've really got to commit to that and push hard. Get 2 guys going there, running those berries. If you're not going to do that, then you've really got to establish more of a military presence. Here we go, Aspire. Blue team up 1-0. Let's see what they do here. T now going around tagging gates. He has had most of the gate control, it seemed like, all match long. Gold, maybe that's been part of their difficulty in getting some military pressure up. They really have not been able to control the gates. Here we go. They've got 2 mil up, 3 mil up now, full mill. Okay, full mill, not a terrible strategy. They can try to take advantage of things. There is their second kill on blue. They are going to be fully reliant on mill. They don't have a free worker to be able to run snail, and they're certainly not going to be doing any econ work right now. Blue halfway done with their berries, so gold really is fully reliant here on trying to get that last kill on T now. We see that gold worker also coming up with a mace. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit of snail pressure there. You can really force T now, his hands, draw some aggro, make him come on out. But looks like they're opting for full-on mill pressure. T now in a bit of a pinch. Can he get out of it? Yes, he does. 1 kill, and there it is. T now almost got his way out of that pinch. He was able to kill the mace, but the gold queen came up from behind and finished things off. That'll tie things up in this set. 1 game, 2-1. Here we go, back to Split Juniper. Again, typically an econ map. Blue was running econ. They went pretty hard on that first map. They took care of all the top berries to start and then finished off the bottom. Let's see, gold grabbing some berries. They got 1 in and they are going mill. Okay, let's see what they do with this. That one of their workers just got wiped there, and they also lost their queen life. Not off to a good start. They've got 1 worker pushing berries. That's really not enough. 1 worker is not going to get the berry game done here. If you're going to keep 1 worker not as a mill, you really want to try and go snail. Blue really off to a really big lead here in the econ game. They need 2 up top and 2 down low, and they get the mill victory. Total domination that game for the blue side. East Coast Fireflies really finding themselves in a bit of trouble here. 1 more game for blue, and that will be the match. We are doing a best of 3 sets here. So with blue side already up 1-0, they're just 1 game away here from taking their first victory of the season. Both teams go for berries in the middle. Blue, okay. Blue getting that 1 kill. Gold, interestingly, picking up the shield and gun. Okay, interesting. Blue also trying to push some snail a little bit. They're kind of all over the place, but they're dominating all phases of the game. They're up 1 life, they're up on berries, they're up on snail. So really, kind of interesting strategy. It doesn't seem like they're focusing any one thing here, but it's working out for them. They've got pretty good control of this map right now. Gold trying to pull the snail back a little bit. They've got some warrior pressure as well, but I don't think that one gunner is going to be enough. T now easily able to scoop them up, get the kill. Blue just 4 berries away from taking this game and the match. If I'm gold, I'm really thinking we gotta get some mill pressure up. Okay, there's 1 mace. You're gonna need some serious ledge action here. You're gonna need your queen in there, and you're gonna need the mace. There's a kill. Queen down to their last life, and their mace is cleared. This may be GG for the gold side. They are pulling back that snail. That is maybe going to be the only hope they have, but they've got to get a ledge up. Blue just needs 2 more berries for the win. Bully coming up with the mace. Let's see if he's going to help escort the last couple berries in. Blue pulling back the snail. That's not really what's needed right now. You guys are only 2 berries away from winning, 1 berry away from winning. Not quite sure what Slayer is doing here, but Blue in pretty good control of the match, and that is GG. T now with the kill, right as his teammate was about to get the dunk anyways. Blue in total control in tally fields once again, picking up the second set and the match. Overall, real kind of clear domination by Blue, both sets. You check the stats there. T now had lots of kills, 32-3. It's a really good KD ratio. Morgan with 18 berries, and Slayer with the snail pressure. Really, all phases of the game, military, econ, snail, Blue in pretty good control all the way through and through. Again, if I'm gold, I'm kind of going back to the drawing board here, and I'm thinking of some different strats. Trying to get on the same page map to map and find out exactly what we want to do in each map. Communication really such a big part of this game. Individually, of course, you want ideally each player to have the skills, but the communication is really key. Each team has to know what they want to do map to map, and they have to be able to adapt. With gold, I really wasn't seeing that. It looks like they may be getting set up here for one more match. This will be more of a friendly scrim. Really, things have been decided. It is best of 3, and Blue did take those first 2 sets pretty quickly. All right, here we go. Back to BQK. Fun map. My team, the Headplan, we particularly do not like this map for a variety of reasons. But in general, it really is a pretty good map. All metas are viable here. If you get enough military pressure, you really can make a pretty quick push with that snail. There's also plenty of berries to be had, and the econ game can go pretty quick if you're committed to it. Gold actually taking it to Blue with the econ game. All their workers running econ. It seems to be paying off for them. So far, so good. But really, I'd like to see them try and get at least 1 military up to help escort some of these workers. Now you got T now in your home. That's going to cause you guys some problems. Really getting a mill up can help clear out some of that hive pressure. Blue countering with their own berry game. Both teams going full econ here. Pretty interesting. Blue also is close with that snail, so they've kind of divvied up what they want to do. That snail's coming in hot. Nobody's got an eye on Slayer. It looks like he's going to get the win. Oh, berry pressure wins out. Blue had the econ as well as snail pressure. Gold once again left with not much of an answer. Back to Spire, here we go. So that was a pretty good effort from Gold, I gotta say, this last match. Again, all 3 people econ, not quite what you want. You want to have a little bit more balance. I'd like to see them establish a little bit of military pressure earlier. And here we go. They got the quick queen kill. That certainly helps out. And they've got 1 warrior up. Gold seems to be staying committed to the econ game. Blue, though, taking a commanding lead. This is a really good example. I was talking about before how communication is really important. When you see that you are clearly down in one phase of the game, if you're very, very confident in what you got, certainly you can go ahead and you can try and stay committed to that. But when you're falling behind hard in econ, that's really a time when you want to adapt. You either want to get that snail going, you want to get some military pressure up, you want to go ledge guard their hive. You really want to change things up. Gold did lose a queen life there, but they're still up. T now on his last life, and there it goes. Gold with some good queen play, evening things up at 1-2-1. All right, back to Helix Temple. An econ heavy map. Last time we did see both teams pretty committed to the econ game. Again, ideally though, you want to get some mill pressure going as well. You want to be able to have a good ledge going in your other team's hive. At the very least, with your queen would be nice. If you can get a mace up, all the better. And here we go, we see Chris. Chris has been on mace duty a lot, it seems like tonight. He's trying to control the middle of the map. Not quite what I'd recommend. Chris, if I'm you, I'm looking to get in that blue hive ASAP. That's where they're doing work against you right now, and that's what you want to be protecting. Your team is up on berries. If I'm gold, I'm keeping this going. You've got 2 workers, can hopefully finish off the berry game. You've got your mace, which can hopefully do some work and get the other team's hive. And there he goes, and he gets a queen kill. 1 life to 1. A little bit of mill play in the middle of the field here. Now blue coming back, and this is what I'm talking about. Without that ledge guard, both teams just with open hives, just giving away berries to the opposing side. Not quite what I would recommend how you want to do this. Gold now just needs that one last berry. T now in there, trying to protect. He's juggling that berry around. Maybe a little too late though. We'll see. We'll see if Gold can get this last berry in. They're desperately trying to get some throws. He gets, and that happens. So that's kind of the danger there. If you wait till the very end and your queen goes in, tries to ledge and protect that last berry, with all those berries coming in, just one unlucky bounce can end things for you. You really want to get that ledge guard going quite a bit earlier. Here we go, back at pod. We've seen this map a couple times now. T now, some quick clears. Gold, interestingly, trying to stay with the berry game, as is blue. Blue coming out a little bit ahead here. So, okay, so if I'm gold, here's what I'm thinking. You're way behind in the berry game. I would not continue to try and go toe-to-toe with blue and scoop those berries up. You're not going to win that way. If I'm gold, I'm really thinking that right now I want to start getting some military up. They got 1. I would go for a second military unit. Also maybe start thinking about running a little snail. You're not going to catch up in the berry game. If I'm blue, you're going to keep the berry game going. It's working for you. Gold, again, has no ledge guard there. They're just letting you run berries in, and that is going to be your objective to victory. For the audience, if you're watching, these matches have really been a great example of just how important ledge guarding is. Ledge guarding in this game typically takes the form of a mace. There are some times where there's exceptions to that, where you can do more work with a sword, or maybe even a sword and shield, sword and board. But more often than not, you're going to want to have, if it's an econ heavy map, you're going to want to get a mace guy in there who can just go camp your other team's hive and just disrupt their econ game. So far, we really haven't seen a lot of that. Both teams have been free to run berries as they see fit. At the end, we've seen some queen play. Queen's trying to get involved and cause some disruption there, but it's often too little too late. Juniper here, again, econ heavy map. The meta is you want to have, typically, if you can, get a mill up and choose top, choose bottom, but have some kind of ledge guard going on. If you're not going to get a military up to do so, then you've got to at least have your queen really committed to protecting that hive, and we really haven't seen too much of that here tonight. Gold doing some ledge guarding with a drone, just drone blocking. Graham standing there, actually been pretty effective so far. Blue has yet to clear him out, shockingly. Graham standing there, just not letting Blue get any berries in, while his teammates continue to do work on the bottom. Now both teams here we're seeing taking care of the bottom berries and getting that done pretty quickly. On this map, often what you want to try to do is, if you can, take care of the top berries. The top berries are much harder. You don't want to be in a position late in the game where all the berries are down on the ground and you're having to run them all the way back up and try and econ that way. That can be a real nightmare. When possible, taking care of some of those top berries early and often, that'll serve you well. When the match comes to the later stages, much easier to get those bottom berries. Blue, we're seeing them run some snail. Blue is in pretty good shape here. They're up on lives, they're up on snail, they're up on econ. Let's see, Gold with the heavy military pressure. Interesting, not quite what I would choose on this map, but they're pretty committed to it. If you've got that much military, you really gotta be protecting the snail. There's really no excuse to not be getting the snail kill. Oh, and Blue somehow runs snail. Gold had 3 military up, and none of them were on the snail. Slayer just taking it to the house, winning the set, 3 games to 2. Pretty interesting stuff there. I don't know what to say about that. If you're going to go that heavy on military, then really you should just be clearing out workers and being really committed to try and take out that queen. That looks like that's going to do it, folks. They are all done. Congrats to both teams. It was a lot of fun for me to watch. I hope you all had fun. Blue, the greatest team ever assembled, did take care of business there, and they won their first game of the season. All right, let's get on out of here. Meeseeks, take us home. Get us out. All right. Well, I thank you guys for watching. This has been The Big Show. I'm Big Chungus, reminding you to get involved, win your clashes, and as always, have fun. Happy gaming, everyone, and good night.